Hey guys, Hamza here again. Just another quick reminder about me. I'm a mechanical engineering major. This is my third year. I'm a UCI student now after transferring from IVC, and this is my second video. Uh, the quarter is going pretty well. It's very fast paced. I'm going to be talking about that in my video about the quarter system and how to kind of get used to it. But yeah, today's video is just going to be me talking about some tips, some study tips for you guys that you might need in your new uni careers. Um, so my first tip would probably be listen to your professors and keep it consistent. Basically, what I mean by this is you should take a lot of notes on the first day, I'd say, just to see, like, for the example, the syllabus, like, just completely memorize the syllabus, or if you're not good at memorizing, which a lot of us aren't, you can make a schedule and use your syllabus as um, plugging the times and all the dates of exams and midterms and all that into your schedules. And yeah, it's very important to be very on top of everything, because if you're not really keeping track of what's going on, the times the timing of the quarter system is very quick. After being so used to the semester system, I'm kind of not falling behind, but I'm very scared. But yeah, that's kind of normal. I mean, you're gonna be in a new environment, everything's really quick, but the good thing is, which is my next tip, is you should talk to people in your class, because communication is key in college, I'd say, especially in a university with a ton of kids. There's bound to be a few kids who are kind of like you, struggling like you. Yeah, it should be not too much of an issue, but yeah, you need to talk to people. Basically, if you're alone, you're not gonna have much help, or like little to no help at all, to be honest. Because sometimes it's just nice having that one person either motivate you to go through the class and to just like get the homework done on time, or get the homework done even earlier so that you can focus on studying for the midterm stuff you don't know. And that's another thing, for stuff you don't know, you can even ask the student, or like your friend or whatever, to help you out, because sometimes when you explain to a student what your method is, or whatever the professor taught, and you explain it, it would actually benefit you more, because if you can explain the topic to a student, it's very beneficial for not only the student listening, but for you to actually understand and be able to teach someone else what you're learning. So another thing about speaking to classmates and making almost like a study group, basically, is these people that you're gonna have classes with, especially in the upper divs, you're gonna have the same classes with them, so it's better to know them now than to know them later and like have to start that whole awkward phase with them in later on. So it's better to get rid of that awkward phase in the beginning and move on with them in the next classes. And as I was saying, study groups, very helpful, because it's not community college where it's like 40 or 50 kids in a classroom and the professor can literally go around and ask every kid what they need help on or what they don't understand, and actually listen to all the questions that are asked in class. But yeah, study groups would be very beneficial for you, because you'll be able to, because obviously in a university there's like 150 to 200 students, and so it's kind of difficult for the professor to without wasting class time, to actually just go around and ask everybody questions and stuff they're not understanding. But if you have a study group, you can ask your study group, like, oh, hey, I didn't understand how the professor explained this. Can you explain it to me? And they obviously, if they can, they will, and if they can't, then that's what discussions and office hours are for. So you could all go as a group, or one person can go, and then you could just bring back the information, do a little reconnaissance or something. I don't know, but yeah, just it should be only beneficial for you to have a study group. They'll keep you on track. You'll all keep each other on track, to be honest, and you'll probably even work faster, get stuff done quicker, stuff like that. My third tip is you need to educate kind of yourself sometimes, by finding resources online such as YouTube, or other tutorials, or lectures from other schools or other professors, because your professor is one person, and sometimes you can't really understand them and what they teach like some others do. Like, the others would probably understand them, but if you're one of the few that don't understand them, or actually one of the most that don't understand your professor, then you're gonna have to do a little self-studying. For me, I'm currently in Dynamics Engineering 80. Yeah, that class is it's pretty rough. But professor is nice, but obviously we have some issues with understanding the topics and the class itself, so we have to do a little bit of our own self-studying, self-understanding, a lot of critical thinking. But yeah, finding MIT, Harvard, Stanford professor video lectures online from previous years, those should help. There's a ton of YouTube videos, especially this one guy from Texas Tech. He's a great guy. He's done almost every engineering course, if I can recall correctly. But yeah, he's literally saved me my entire life, from statics to dynamics to right now we're doing mechanics with structures, and I think one of the problems that he went over was on the exam, so that helped a lot. And now a little controversial help could be Chegg. It's very helpful to complete homework and to go step by steps with what the professor doesn't really go through, because they expect you to know it already. So it's kind of a 50-50 chance, because you get a little lazy, but at the same time you're getting stuff done. So are you actually learning it is the thing. And it's all about responsibility, and like if you are willing to find the answer but not understand it, then you won't be really helping yourself. But if you find the answer and actually look through the steps and actually understand what is going on, then it should be beneficial for you. My last tip should be, when you don't understand something, use office hours and discussions to make sure you do, because course system is really fast paced. So if you don't get it, you better get it later, because exams come quick and they're no joke. You're not supposed to be understanding the concepts off of the first listen, because after you do the homework, you do the practice problems, then you start realize like, oh, okay, this equation is used when this happens, or this is negative because this is going down, or stuff like that. And you just gotta ask immediately in the lecture if you don't know, because professors, they're just gonna blast through everything. If nobody has a question, they're gonna keep going. They're gonna think that everybody knows it, even though they obviously know that we don't know it. They're gonna keep going. It doesn't matter. You need to go to office hours, because that's what they're for. They're there to help you, and you need to ask questions. You need to ask them, hey, can you repeat this? And they'll gladly repeat it for you, because if you don't ask, they're just gonna keep going. Yeah, and so those are probably my top 4 tips for you guys. But looks like we've reached the end of the tips. Thank you for listening to me giving you advice and my experiences at a higher education. at UCI. I really wish you guys all the best in your future endeavors, and hope my familiarities help you reach all your future aspirations as not only a student but as a future engineer.